Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a good weekend so far, and welcome to this daily update on Bitcoin and a little bit about the markets as well. It's obviously Sunday. We're about to enter a new week, the second week of September, and at some point of time, either in September or quarter four, we are going to get some better market circumstances, I would say, and some more volume. So yeah, it's going to be volatile again, I would say. We also ended last week, obviously, with a lot of volatility and a big bang in the wrong direction, but still. So just wanted to do a bit of an update on what to expect next week. So we'll talk about some news events we have next week. We'll look at the macroeconomic markets, what to expect from that, and then in the end, of course, we'll talk about Bitcoin and what I expect from Bitcoin right here. Which I'm pretty certain about, at least what I expect. Whether that's correct or not, we will see. But yeah, let's get right into it. So next week, first of all, to kind of get you prepared on the week, volume is relatively low. That's probably going to go up already towards the CME opening later today, but that's probably going to go up towards the 20 billion mark over the course of today. Going to be volatile, all right? I mean, if you look at Bitcoin right now, there's always, after the weekend, due to the lack of price action, there's always a lot of liquidity on both sides. We'll probably grab both, all right? So we'll probably, at the very least, see some sort of a spike up and down. Most of the liquidity seems to be to the upside, which is slightly bullish, but we'll get to that a little bit later as well. Because I am also slightly bullish on Bitcoin. This helps that, but this is not the main reason for that. But apart from that, next week, when we're looking at economic events, we have the inflation rate and the CPI on Wednesday. Big news, all right? That's going to make the market move, not only after the news itself, but also on Tuesday, for example, already. And then we have the usual initial jobless claims on Thursday, and then nothing on Friday. And then next week, but we'll talk about that obviously much more, we have the interest rate decision. So that's going to be big as well. But that's next week in terms of economics. When we look at Bitcoin right now, look, the situation is still very similar as to yesterday, which is that we had a severe liquidation spike Friday the 6th of September, which you can also see right here. Some big shorts also opened into that liquidation spike. And then since then, we've kind of been holding the line here at 54,000. And then if we look at the macroeconomic markets, what you'll see is that the entire crypto market is actually at a very strong support level right here. This is the altcoin market. At that support, we also, which was the main resistance at the end of last year. So this is a pretty crucial level, and I do expect that this will hold at least for now. Which is bullish, all right? If this fails to hold, I mean, there's a hell of a lot more pain for Bitcoin, right? Because then we need to start talking about 450, and that would be a drop when we're talking about the entire crypto market of another 18%, which for a lot of altcoins will be even more. But for now, I expect that to hold. I think major asset markets are also at crucial support levels. If you look at the S&P 500 right here, at 535 major support. If you look at the NASDAQ, that looks a little bit worse, but I do think, like, even if that drops back down to the bottom we made the 5th of August, I do expect that to hold. So that looks pretty good as well. The Russell 2000, not too great, which is obviously one of the main things to look at for Bitcoin. But still, we've been very correlated to asset markets in general, and I think asset markets in general do look close to finding support, which is good for Bitcoin. On the short term, I would also say that this is relatively nice. Like we are really defending 54,000. So what do I expect? I do expect a bounce. All right. Like I said, there's also a ton of liquidity to the upside here. So I do think that after getting such a big liquidation spike and getting some small momentum over the course of today, I do think we can get up to this level right here at 56 and 57,000. I am not convinced we'll break above that. All right, so even though I do think we'll get there for the reasons I've given you, after that I do expect resistance. And unfortunately, at this moment, I still do think it's most likely, also when you look at the bigger picture here, that we will drop down lower and that will make lower lows. But I will try to also make a video on just in general my market expectations for the rest of the year later today. So keep an eye out on that. or join the Discord or Telegram to stay updated on when that's uploaded, because in there I'll discuss all the possibilities from this higher time frame market structure, which I think is going to be very valuable in kind of deciding what you want to do for this year. Do you want to buy more and hold, or do you potentially want to sell at these levels for the risk that will drop down much, much lower? So I'll talk about that later today. For now, this is what I expect on the short term for Bitcoin. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.